Yeah, so I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about, what it takes to be successful, what it takes to be the best that you can be, in whatever that you're doing, um, you know, what it takes to work hard and what it takes to set goals, and to not limit yourself. So I've been watching a couple of videos on YouTube from a guy named Eric Thomas. Eric Thomas was a man who was born in Detroit, from a really, really poor family. Um, he was the youngest of 12. His mom had him when he was 17 years old. Um, he was a really poor family. He had bad friends who were always on the street, whether they were in gangs or selling drugs or not going to school. They were just bad um, people to associate yourself with. And Eric Thomas eventually said, I have nobody else. You know, me and my mom are living on the street right now. We're living on the street. We don't have anything else. My friends on the street are literally all I have. School, I'm getting terrible grades in school, so I'm just gonna drop out. So Eric Thomas dropped out of school, um, but after a year or so, after a year of doing whatever on the street, he decided to turn his life around. He got to that point and he said, I can't do this anymore. Like, what's the point of living if I'm just gonna settle? Um, so he turned his life around. He ended up getting his high school degree. He went to college. He got his college degree, his bachelor's, and then he went and got his master's. Got his master's, um, and now he's literally a year from getting his PhD. And I think that is incredible. A lot of us have it a lot easier than that. A lot of us have it a lot easier than what Eric Thomas had, and he made it happen. He made it work. Um, so you know what he says in his videos, he talks about you know redefining that grind. So whatever it is for you, that you want to do in your life, you can do it. You just gotta believe it. You gotta have the right mentality. You gotta have the heart. You gotta have the drive. And with those things, nothing can stop you. Nothing can stop you. So um, there's 86,400 seconds in a day, and Eric talks about in his video, if you don't take a day off, if you work hard, if you don't use those 86,400 seconds in a day, then you can never get them back. When tomorrow hits, those 86,400 seconds are gone. You can never get them back. If you wanted to get into the gym today and you're, playing video games or out partying with your friends, you can't get those days back. You can't go back in time and say, man, I wish I would have gotten in the gym. I wish I would have worked out. You know, you can't, or I wish I would have studied. I wish I would have done that extra research in the library. It doesn't necessarily have to be about sports. It can be about whatever. Use those 86,400 seconds in a day, because if you utilize every hour, every second in a day today, then you're more likely to do that tomorrow. And if you're more likely to bring those pieces of each day and make it into a week of being on your grind, doing whatever you can to be the best you can, then you are on the road to success. And you can be the best you can be. Um, it's about no days off. It's about the competitive edge. You got to have that competitive edge to say, oh, you know, let's say you're a basketball player in high school. You know, my my teammates are working this hard. They're going to the gym after school. They're getting shots up. They're playing pickup. They're lifting weights. They're doing whatever. They're good players. But you got to have that mentality of saying, "Nah, I'm not going to settle for good. I want to be great." So you got to get up early. You got to get up at 5 and go work out. You got to have that drive. You know, you got to set those goals where you're saying, "Okay, if I want to be great, then all right, I'm getting up at 6 a.m. and I'm going to work out. You know, everyone has those lofty aspirations and lofty goals in life. Um, Everyone has those goals, and whether you want to be a doctor, you want to work on Wall Street, you want to be a Division I college basketball player and be on scholarship, you want to make it to the NBA, you want to be whatever. Everyone has those lofty goals, and that they're great. Like, they're great goals. But what we need to concentrate more on is those daily goals. Let's say you want to change something small, like to get your day started right. You say, all right, well, Greg, I'm gonna uh, wake up and instead of eating a Pop Tart for breakfast or whatever, I'm gonna, I'm gonna change what I eat. I'm gonna change what I eat for this week, and I'm gonna eat oatmeal. I'm gonna eat an apple or a banana or whatever, and I'm gonna eat egg or an egg or whatever. Um, do start off small with daily goals like this, and if you're more likely to string together a week of eating a good healthy breakfast and staying away from those Pop Tarts or whatever else that you're eating, then you're more likely to turn that into a habit. And the more daily, like small goals that you accomplish, the more likely you are to reach those higher goals in life. Um, so all men are created equal, but some just work harder. Some have that desire, that passion, that relentless energy that they got to use every second. I think this is one of the things that Eric Thomas had. He literally came from nothing. And a lot of us are more fortunate than what Eric Thomas was. But he had that inner drive to be the best that he could. And all of us need to take on that mentality. So, um, so make the rest of your life the best, the best of your life. Forget the past. The past is over. All of us have made mistakes in life. All of us can look back and be like, oh man, I wish I would have worked a little bit harder. Who knows what I could have been. Like, who knows where I could have gone if I just would have worked. I would have gotten up at 6 a.m. That doesn't do you any good, to look back on time and be like, yeah, I could have done it different. Like, that could have been different. Instead, look at today. Look what you can do today. Use your time. Be the best you can be. Put in that extra work. Um, and tomorrow you're more likely to even, to reach those goals and use those 86,400 seconds to your advantage. Behind me on this wall over here, I have some high school memorabilia. Whatever. I have quotes over there on the wall. But one of my favorite quotes of all time is by John Wooden, a legendary basketball coach from UCLA, won, I think, over 10 national titles. He said, hard work guarantees you nothing, but without it, you're lost. If you're not putting in that hard work, then you're not going to be anything. You're not going to be where you want to be. If you're working hard, you at least give yourself a chance to be where you want to be. And that's all you can do. You got to get to that spot. Another thing Eric Thomas says is you got to get to that spot. If you have to be in class, get to class. If you have to be at practice, get to practice. If you have to be at your job, it's different for everybody, but be where you need to be. Work hard, do what you got to do, and things will pay off. So each of us have different goals. Have an appetite for what you want to do. Be hungry. Be hungry for it. You got to be hungry for it. If you're not hungry for it, why do you do it? What's your why? What's your why? Like, why do you want to be successful? Why do you want to? Is it because you want to impact other people? That's what I want to do. I want to impact as many people as possible. Because a lot of people are just gonna quit on their own. They gotta find. Most of the time, people can't find inner motivation. Inner drive. Somebody else has to ignite it. So if you want to cultivate your dreams, you have to have an appetite for it. You have to be willing to put in that work, to get up an hour earlier, to push yourself to get out of bed. It's not going to be easy. Like, there's going to be times where you're like, Greg, this just isn't paying off. It's not working. I'm not getting the results I want. I promise that it'll pay off. Your hard work will pay off, whether it's in a week, whether it's in a month, whether it's in a year. By the end of that year, you will have results. If you take no days off, yeah, I worked hard Monday through Thursday, so I can just relax, man. I can go out with my friends. I can party. Yeah, I can have, that whatever it is that's distracting you from that goal. No, work hard on Friday too. If you work hard on Friday, there's nothing wrong with rewarding yourself. But work hard, take no days off, because you can't get today back. Tomorrow, can't get today back. Shut out other people's opinions. There's going to be people who are going to be talking about you and say, Greg, no, man, like you can't do that. You're only 22 years old. You can't do that. Don't listen to what other people have to say. If you believe it, and if you have the heart and motivation to do it, and you're going to you'll put in the time, nothing can hold you back. You have limitless opportunities ahead of you. Whether you're from nothing, you can do it. So be patient, because it's all coming together. And if you're patient and you work hard, it'll pay off.